The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go. 12, 11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. The Bengals on 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. Touchdown. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big hit for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Back to Walker on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Now Mitchell to throw on 2nd down. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mitchell. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Burrow from his own end zone.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Come on, ready?
7-7, our score after one.
On one, ready?
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. It forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Mitchell. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal.
This one from 48 yards away.
Up and good for Santoso.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Trey Brown.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The drive will start with an option going left. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Mitchell. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Mitchell now to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have now moved out in front. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Here we go. Little pressure. Little black. Hey, blue. White. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point try now for Santoso. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24, Bengals 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. The opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Ready, ready. Red, yellow. Black ultra.
Mitchell looking to throw on second down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Ready,
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Santoso now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give to Walker on the read option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Mitchell to throw on 2nd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 1, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
The self-inflicted wounds.
And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. If you've got control of this thing, get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense.